In this video, we will continue to model and create our robot head. We're adding fillets now. I'm going to fillet the edge with a radius of maybe 0.25. Let's see if I can select all of these edges. Yeah, that looks good. I might do this inner edge as well. Looks good. 0.5. I'll try to do these edges. See what that looks like with a fillet. Let's look at that smooth. I think we'll project the pieces onto the top of our robot's head at this time. Let me quickly look at my sketch. We'll make a circular part and then two small circular parts. So turning grid snap on, circular part. That looks good. I'm going to draw lines off the quadrant. And then trim with all of these objects. Get rid of that part. We will join these three pieces together. Draw lines off these as well, just in case it overlaps our object. We will trim with all these and get rid of those pieces. And then join. Last, we will mirror this part. I'll bring these down. I like it. Take these and we will move it from here to there in order to just center everything correctly. Next, we will move these in front of our robot so we can project them. And then move this down. I might flatten this out a little just to project a bit more. Perfect. Next, project these curves onto this surface. And we'll take these and delete them. Here are our projected curves. We'll split with all of them. Hold Shift to select both of these. Actually, I would like to join this curve, or that surface and that surface. We will lower these down just a bit. And then using surface and loft, we will loft this curve. Unfortunately, we don't have a complete curve. So what I'm going to do is select this curve and copy it from this endpoint to that endpoint so we have a curve above and below to loft with. Now when I loft, I can select the complete curve and the complete curve. That will fill in the appropriate surface. And we'll do the same here and loft this edge to that curve. Since that one was not on a seam, it was a bit more successful. I believe the last thing that we will have to do is create the little teeth across the bottom. Let me look at my robot sketch. There were 4 teeth. We'll make them the same way that we made the little gadgets on the head. the end of the circle, the radius of 2. And we'll draw some vertical extension lines from the quadrant. We'll take these and trim them, removing the middle part, and join them so that they're one piece. What is the spacing that we would like? Let me move it from the endpoint to the endpoint. Then I'm going to move it over -1. I'll select this, Control C and Control V. Let me move it over 5. Plus another 1. Control C, Control V. So let's move that over 6. Take this one, CV, move that over -6. Will these project? If I shrink it in 1, it will. Alright. We will move these in front of our shape. We've moved them. We'll deselect the axis. We've deselected it. We'll move these up. And we will use project. I'm going to select all 4 teeth, press enter, and project them onto that surface. We're probably going to get some pretty nasty extensions. And we did. It goes all the way to the back. We kind of don't want that. So we'll need to do a little bit of trimming, but that's okay. When we see these curves, they're totally the full length of this, and we don't want that. So in order to separate these, what we'll need to do is select them all. Make sure you always select the correct option from this selection menu. With all of these selected, I'm going to hit explode. This has exploded the curves, which is what we wanted. Next, I will select these. Actually, we do need a little line across the top, so I will draw a line in from endpoint to endpoint, endpoint to endpoint, endpoint to endpoint, and endpoint to endpoint. And we will select the 4 lines that we want, and we'll join those, and we'll join those, and we will join those. Next, we're going to split this object with our 4 projected teeth. We're going to select this object, press enter, and then select our 4 projected teeth and press enter. Selecting all of our teeth, we'll move those back a ways. We're going to have to cut these little sections out. So we will do that with, I believe, a rectangle. I'm just going to draw little rectangles using the endpoints of these lines. And now I'm going to split this object with each of the little rectangles that we made. That failed. Let me try to trim. Select these as our cutting objects. And we'll click on that being what we want to get rid of. In the next video, what I will do is loft these teeth in that we just created. Just filling these edges in. And then I believe we'll texture it and we will be done.